During Pisces season and the new moon in Pisces, astrology, ancient symbolism, and modern photochemistry converge to reveal how sunlight regulates our consciousness, memory, biological rhythms through the daily cycle of the sun and the moon. So I woke up in a dream state that felt less like dreaming and more like remembering. And I want to share this in real time because we're in Pisces season right now, moving towards a new moon in Pisces. So the veil is thin, the unconscious is speaking, and what came through me felt very simple, but yet very profound. During the day I act, and at night I remember. And I pause and ask myself, what if that's just not me? What if that's the pattern of consciousness itself? Let me explain. Because in astrology, the sun represents awareness and the moon represents memory. And Pisces? Pisces is the field where everything dissolves and reforms. Now, here's where things got really interesting. Right after sitting with this upload, I opened my YouTube and a video came into my field. And it didn't feel random. It felt like a mirror, like a confirmation, like the external world responding to what I had just received internally, moving in towards the algorithm of consciousness. Because what this video explained grounded everything I was feeling in the body into my awareness, into this upload that I received about the sun. A single photon of sunlight leaves the sun, travels supposedly 93 million miles, and arrives at your skin. And when it arrives, it breaks one chemical bond, just one. But that one break triggers a cascade in the body that regulates over 200 genes. Your immune system, your bones, your mood, your sleep, all from light. And here's the part that really stopped me. From the photon's perspective, there is no time. It leaves the sun and arrives at your body at the exact same event. So what we experience as time is not the same across all levels of reality. And of course, this is coming through in Pisces season because Pisces dissolves time. Pisces collapses past, present, and future into one field. So here we are in Pisces season with the Pisces new moon talking about light that experiences no time. There are no accidents. But then it gets deeper. Your body literally creates a molecule, 7-dehydrocholesterol, specifically to receive sunlight, meaning you were designed to receive the sun. When that photon hits your skin, a bond breaks. The molecule changes shape. It becomes vitamin D, which becomes a hormone, which interacts directly with your DNA. So when we say the sun gives life, that's not poetic, it's biological. And this brought me back to my original realization. If the sun is activating the body during the day, then what's happening at night? At night, the body processes. The serotonin created during the day from light exposure converts into melatonin. The nervous system integrates and the body restores. So the pattern becomes clear. During the day, we receive and act, and during the night, we process and remember. The sun writes the experience, and the moon remembers it. And then I started thinking about the space just before sunrise, that quiet moment before the light breaks, and it feels like Pisces, the unseen, the dream, the full field of potential, the place where everything exists but nothing has formed yet. And then the sun rises and we move into Aries, the spark, the ignition, the moment awareness says, I am. And this is where I want to pause and bring an influence that's been really present in my field lately, Jordan Maxwell, because something he speaks about really resonates with how I experience language, not necessarily as fixed, but as something alive, something we participate in, and something we can evolve. He talks about the ancient Egyptian figures of Horus, and how Horus represents the movement of the sun across the sky, and how the movement he described as taking 12 steps. Now, historically, we can say the word hours doesn't literally come from Horus, but what I'm interested in isn't just the literal translation, it's symbolic resonance, it's pattern recognition, it's the way language itself can act as a kind of spell, a way of encoding meaning. So when I hear Horus, I hear hours. And I don't need to be historically exact. I feel into what it's pointing to, this plasma brailing we talked about on this channel. It's the movement of light through time. 12 steps across the sky, 12 divisions of the day, 12 archetypes of the zodiac. And what I'm exploring is this. What if we're allowed to upgrade the language, not to distort the truth, but to participate in it, to let the myth evolve through us? Because whether we call it Horus or ours, we're still tracking the same thing, light moving across the sky and consciousness moving through experience. So what if the zodiac isn't just something that unfolds across a year, but something we live through every single day? What if the sun is walking the zodiac through our lived experience of light? Because if we follow the sun through the sky, we can feel the archetypes come online. For example, pre-dawn is Pisces, the dream, the unconscious, the dissolving field of potential. Sunrise is Aries, awakening, ignition, the return of awareness. Early morning or grand rising is Taurus, grounding into the body, stabilizing into the physical world. Midday, mid-morning is Gemini, thinking, communicating, movement of information. Late morning is Cancer, feeling, nourishment, emotional awareness. Midday, high noon would be Leo, full radiance, expression, full visibility of self. Early afternoon, Virgo, refinement, adjustment, attention to detail. Late afternoon, Libra, balance, relationship, awareness of other. Sunset, Scorpio, the descent, transformation, and letting go. Early evening, Sagittarius, where we reflect on meaning and the story of the day's events. Night, Capricorn, structure, integration, and containment of the day's processes. Late night is Aquarius, where we become detached, observant, and expanded in consciousness. And deep night is Pisces, the return, the dissolution, and the re-entry into the dream. A full zodiacal cycle every 24 hours. And the science supports this rhythm. Morning sunlight entering your eyes resets your internal clock. It regulates your hormones, your sleep, your energy. Sunlight increases serotonin, and serotonin becomes melatonin at night. So the light you receive during the day literally determines how you feel and how you rest, which means light equates to mood, equates to sleep, which equates to awareness, a continuous loop. So when ancient cultures spoke the sun as the light of God, what if they were pointing to this? Not something outside of us, but the force that organizes life within us. And for me, this brought everything into full circle, because what started as a quiet realization became something grounded, something observable, and something very real. And maybe that's what Pisces is inviting us into right now, not to escape reality, but to dissolve the boundary between intuition and embodiment. And so now I ask myself, am I receiving the light? Or am I disconnected to the very thing that regulates my body, my mind, and my awareness? We've got this, Soul Fam. So much love.